If you're an Oracle DBA, you already know your world is changing, and it is changing fast. But what if I told you that you could not just keep up, but actually get way ahead of the curve? Ready for 2026 and beyond? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to map out. And the key to all of it is Python. We're going to see how Python isn't just some new tool to add to your belt, but the very foundation of your professional evolution. I want you to focus on one word on this slide: metamorphosis. Seriously, this isn't about small incremental changes. We're talking about a complete transformation. The old days of just reacting to problems and putting out fires, they're fading away. The new reality, the new job description, is all about automation, the cloud, and DevOps. These aren't just buzzwords anymore, they are the core of the modern DBA role. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll dig into exactly how the DBA role is evolving. Then, we're going to open up the modern toolkit with Python right at the center. After that, we'll look at some really powerful examples of this automation in action. And to wrap it all up, I'll lay out a clear step-by-step learning path to get you there. So let's kick things off with the big picture, this fundamental shift in identity. We're talking about moving from being someone who manually maintains systems to becoming an architect of automation. You can really see the story unfold on this slide. On the left, you've got the past, right? Reacting to problems, manually typing commands into SQL+, maybe leaning on some old shell scripts. But look to the right. That's the future. Proactively building automation, plugging directly into DevOps pipelines, and, this is huge, treating your entire database infrastructure as code. Code that you can version, test, and deploy just like any other software. And here's what it all boils down to: scale. The whole idea of SSHing into one server to check on one thing, well, that's quickly becoming a relic of the past. The modern challenge is managing hundreds, maybe even thousands of database instances, and there's simply no way to do that effectively without code. So the role isn't going away. No way. It's leveling up. It's becoming an architect role. Okay, so that's the what and the why. But what about the how? How do we actually make this leap? The answer is Python. And more specifically, we're talking about its official driver for Oracle Database, python-oracledb. This one library is the key that unlocks all the automation we've been talking about. Now, for a good 20 years, the go-to was a driver called CX-Oracle. It was great, but it's now officially obsolete, replaced by python-oracledb. And this isn't just a simple name change, it's a massive architectural shift. The absolute killer feature is its new default thin mode. What this means is it can connect directly to your database with zero extra client libraries. No more installing and configuring that bulky Oracle client. For anyone working with containers or in the cloud, this is a total game changer. So let's break down the two modes this new driver gives you. You've got thin mode, which is pure Python. All you install is the Python package itself. It's super lightweight, under 15 megs, making it absolutely perfect for things like microservices or cloud functions. Then you have thick mode. This mode still uses the Oracle Instant Client libraries, and you might ask why. Well, it's to give you access to really advanced features like application continuity or advanced queuing, things you might really need for those supercritical high-availability legacy apps. So how do you know which one to pick? Honestly, the rule of thumb is pretty simple. If you're starting any new project, especially if it involves the cloud or containers, just start with thin mode. It's way easier, it's cleaner. You only need to reach for thick mode if you hit a wall and have a very specific need for one of those advanced features that thin mode doesn't cover. All right, enough about the tools. Let's get to the fun part. What can you actually build with this stuff? Let's walk through some real-world, high-impact examples of what a Python-savvy DBA can do. Think about something as fundamental as checking the alert log. For years, we've all just used grep to look for ORA errors, right? Well, with Python, you can blow that out of the water. You can use regular expressions to do some really sophisticated analysis. You can build logic to track log rotations so you never miss an error that happened overnight. And you can create a system that proactively flags really nasty internal errors before they become a full-blown crisis. And it's the exact same story for a core task like backups. RMAN is an amazing tool, but a Python script can be the intelligent orchestrator on top of it. Just imagine a script that runs every morning, queries the database views to confirm every single backup job ran successfully, monitors the live progress of a critical restore operation, and even handles offloading all those backups to cloud storage like OCI or S3 automatically. And we're not just limited to the database itself. Using the OCI Python SDK, you can manage your entire cloud environment. This is what we mean by infrastructure as code. A classic example: cost savings.
You can write a simple Python script, schedule it to run, and have it automatically shut down all your non-production databases every night at 7 p.m. and spin them back up at 7 a.m. I mean, think of the savings on your cloud bill right there.
This is where things get really exciting, because this is where the DBA starts to become a data engineer. Using Python, you can build wicked fast data pipelines. Step 1, use python-Oracle DB, maybe with its Apache Arrow integration, to pull data out of Oracle at incredible speeds. Step 2, you use an amazing library like pandas to transform all that data right there in memory. And step 3, you load it into your analytical platform of choice. Suddenly, the DBA isn't just a gatekeeper anymore, you're the architect of the entire data flow.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This all sounds fantastic, but where on earth do I even start? It can feel like a mountain to climb, but it is absolutely doable if you have a clear plan. So let's lay out a strategic roadmap to get you there. For the first 3 months, it's all about the fundamentals. Don't try to boil the ocean, just focus on getting the core syntax down. Variables, data types, if-else statements, loops. Then get comfortable with Python's basic data structures. And finally, just focus on one simple goal: writing a script that successfully connects to your database using Python-Oracle D. That's it. Build that solid foundation first. Okay, now that you've got the basics down, it's time to level up. In Phase 2, you'll start pulling in key libraries like pandas for data handling. And this is where the rubber meets the road. You'll build your very first practical automation scripts, like that alert log parser we talked about. At the same time, you'll learn more advanced database techniques like connection pooling and how to do really efficient bulk data operations to make your scripts perform like a pro. And in the final phase, you bring it all together. This is when you step into the wider ecosystem. You'll learn how to use the OCI Python SDK to manage your cloud resources. You'll learn how to package your scripts into Docker containers so they can run anywhere. And you'll start to see how these scripts fit into a CI/CD pipeline for fully automated, reliable deployments. This is when you truly make the leap to automation architect.
So we'll end on this thought. The idea of the manual DBA is becoming a thing of the past. The question isn't if the role is changing anymore, that's a given. The only real question is, how are you going to adapt? This path we've laid out, from manual operator to automation architect, it's about more than just learning a new programming language. It's about taking control and architecting your own future in a world that is completely driven by code.